Hello, hello, hello. Uh, Welcome to the Summer Cup Cast, Day 2, Week 2, Part 2, The Reckoning, Electric Boogaloo. Uh, I am your host for this evening. My name is Wardar, and I'm joined by two amazing casters, Catnip
Hello there.
and Yeesh.
How's it going?
Let's get to the schedule for the day. I believe we are going to be starting with Group A, Lazybear vs dbdkmezz. Is there a way to pronounce that?
I in my head I do dbdkmezz.
That's what I've been doing, but we could try a dbdkmezz, something like that.
We'll find a way, I'm sure.
Alright. Yeah. And then after that we have Group C, Human Kirby against Turn Up Boy. I know Turn Up Boy, I think. That should be a good match. I hope it's going to be a good match. Following that is Watermeat and Bad Player. That's their name, that's not a description. Finally, we are at. How. Pofke? Pofke?
Close enough. Yeah, pretty much.
VS Yorand. That's going to be fun because I have to fight Yorand at some point for a championship in another SpyParty competitive setting. But we can talk about that after the stream. Anything you want to say before we get going?
Just wanted to mention the history here. So we've got, for the first match, we've got dbdkmezz. He's at 0-1 right now. Lazybear is 1-0. To secure a chance at getting out of groups, dbdk does need a win. Lazybear at 1-0 right now. A win would secure him into the top two.
And just overall about the Summer Cup, this is the day 2 or week 2 in real terms, and there will be 3 days or 3 weeks for the group matches before elimination starts. So we're 2/3 down. So after this week's matches, some certain positionings should be a bit more clear, and we can start seeing who would go further. And just also to remind that players are playing for decent stakes. The main organizer, Royal Flush, together with other community members such as Crazy Kaylee and BRS Scaler, have pooled up for an actual monetary prize pool. And the top 4 finishers in the cup will get from bottom up 20, 30, 50, and 100 US dollars monetary prizes. So definitely worth going for that.
Alright, perfect. Right before we get into this, can we talk a little bit about the format? How are these people playing each other?
So
so
for the group, go ahead, Katna.
Sorry. So basically, there are 8 groups in total, 4 players in each group, and it's a single round robin. And each match consists of 8 games. So spying and sniping on 4 different maps, and those are ballroom any 4 of 8, courtyard any 4 of 7, library any 5 of 8, and a pub any 4 of 7. So pub is what we used to call crowded pub in the old days. Well, not that old. So that means 16 party goers. And it is best of 8, so 5 points are enough to get a win for the match. However, players always play all 8 matches just to have all the points available for any tiebreakers if those would be needed, because that would be relevant.
Alright, then I think we can just get into this. Are you guys good?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Alright. I believe it's DBD is the spy first.
As
And
orange dress.
Lazy Bear is sniping. Yep. Alright. Someone want to count us in?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We did spawn next to Ambassador, but it seems we did not try for a bug there.
Just hanging out, wanting to see where our ST goes. We'll probably chase. This also seems like a decent bug opportunity, so we might take it. It looks like we stick close. This looks like a good chance for a wrong run bug if he wants it. He goes for it. Nice bug. Doesn't seem like it was. Looks like Lazybear was focused on highlighting the statue goers, making sure no swaps are happening.
Yeah, it's always a choice to make in the beginning of the game. Do you memory statues only for early cheeky swaps, or do you guard the ambassador? Our steal is just as we were getting next to them, so we can't start our flirt yet.
Yeah, that sets us a little bit behind, but this banana bread actually doesn't look too bad. Looks like we're going to take it.
Banana bread.
We could bank on this. There's only 4 people with a real DA right now, so does this? Yes, looks like the sniper is going to make that adjustment. Highlights orange dress there. This might make it tough to do any more missions, but with the bug done, this looks not too bad.
Yeah, and considering what's called hard low lights, only 1 or perhaps 2 people were out of combo during a banana bread, so it's not that bad for sure. We do have great progress so far. 2 minutes left, 2 missions done, and a third started. You would need to get that second flirt around now, preferably, I would say.
Yeah, we could go there, go get the microphone. Well, it looks like ST is going to leave, so either we chase or we get missions done. Maybe statues. Looks like it. Stepping in the middle statues, pretty suspicious on ballroom. Usually with contact in middle statues, the sniper might be more inclined to shoot, but we'll see how Lazybear reacts here.
However, since the bug seems to have been missed, in the sniper's mind, the spy is most likely not done yet, so not strong enough basis for a shot. He does seem to focus on orange dress quite a bit, but perhaps it was just statue expectations.
Looks good though. As long as we don't die for flirt, we've got 50 seconds to get one more close flirt. ST not helping right now, going to statues. Let's hope ST cooperates for us.
Yeah, if it's something, I guess we can have a swap as a backup, but so many lowlights.
Yeah, this is getting scary for us now. I'm actually afraid we might die on this next talk, just because we've got so many lowlights and so very few highlights to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure for all those lowlights.
Wow, that was close. ST just bails just right when we get the flirt. That was so close to not being able to make that. As orange dress,
Yeah.
I don't even know if we could have gotten that flirt being so slow. Really nice there,
Same.
just barely getting that.
Yeah, indeed. So for those who do not know, Orange Dress or Orange Sorry is the slowest character in the game. It is a bit difficult to walk around and catch everything fully on a bigger map as a ballroom, but DBD starts with their first point.
Looks good. DBD does need a win, as we talked about, in order to progress. Lazybear looking to lock it up is going to have to perform on the spy side. In Summer Cup, we've seen a lot of spy wins, so I would not be surprised, honestly, if Lazybear can come back right here.
Nah, sorry about that. I'll count us in again. 3, 2, 1, go.
And yes, chat does correct me. It's actually Pearls who's the slowest character, but Warren Sorry is the second, unless I'm mistaken again.
No, I think you're right. Orange is incredibly slow. Takes a long time to get from one spot to the other.
Do you start very early with Stash? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, very early statues, not a huge fan, but not the worst thing ever, especially since there were 3 statue goers. There's quite a few highlights to watch now.
Yeah, and if you can do other things in between, perhaps Sniper will forget that the highlight is for statues, depending on what they highlight for. We do have a highlight on, which makes it more difficult to get away with the hardtail, though.
Yep, we could go for an all Softail game still. Ambassador looks like setting down the briefcase, so we have an opportunity there. Not too many lowlights coming out though, so it still looks like we're in a good game plan. We got a DA with us. Not the best BB right now, but maybe we'll wait for the conversation to pick up.
Believe instead that would have been only two low lights. So I would have gone for it personally. Yeah, we do go for fingerprint.
That briefcase was a little close, but I'm not sure if DBD noticed that. Probably an AI would not have gone to that for that briefcase. They're being so close. But looks like we
Um,
get away with it, and this BB looks a lot better now, from Lazybear's perspective at least.
yeah, still
Banana
only
bread.
two lowlights, well, three right now, or
Oh,
possibly actually.
yeah. Only 3 people with the real DA though. Any reaction from DBD here, this could be huge.
Yeah, the rocker is not even a highlight, so it seems DBD did not assume real, but instead just got the hard lowlights, and that's it.
That was huge too. Duke did beat us to the green bookshelf, so we had to hit a hard fingerprint there. That means you have to hit the green action test in order to get the print. If you miss it, then you have to go get another one. So that was really big, making some big mission progress there. Flirt
Yeah,
and
and usually
inspects to go.
snipers. Yeah, and usually snipers don't credit characters for the hard fingerprints, so that's losing some heat as well. So it seems we're finishing off a statue and Smiths right now. The problem is we have only 35 seconds left on the clock and still 68% of the third done. So we need to chase pretty hard here.
I think this is mainly defined by DBD's sniper style. Does he think 2 quick consecutive talks are suspicious?
It's not just two consecutive talks. We need to leave and then go back again.
That's true, and this is going to run into overtime.
Oh, it seems a shot might come off nonetheless. Let's see.
It's OT. What does he choose? No shot? Just looks like he's going to hold there. Looks like he was focused on the middle conversation there at the end, not worried about that chase. That's all down to sniper style there. Really nice there, doing all those soft tells, exploiting DBD's playstyle.
Yeah, and I think in this case, so when overtime happens, you know that missions have been accomplished, and well, you have to shoot, but at the same time, your mind just starts panicking. Who do I shoot? And I would assume that's what happened there as well. That's why we did not see a shot eventually.
Yep, without a hardtail, it can be really tough to shoot a guess there. So completely reasonable why DBD didn't shoot there. Moving on to courtyard, not as clustered, so more chances for a sniper win here.
Not in 3, 2, 1, go.
Starting as mom or teal dress, positioning next to ambassador. I thought we would have gone for a cheeky early bug, but it seems we did not.
Ooh,
Still
we
get
don't
suspicion for it.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. Going close to the ambassador but not bugging. Looks like DBD saw the laser, knew he wasn't going to get away with it, but unfortunate that he already ate a highlight for it.
On the other hand, our seduction target is coming right there next to us to console us about it. And we get a green flirt from it, so that's something. But that highlight is not gonna be too good.
Yep, looks like we might just go to statues and chase flirt here. I like this decision. This highlight might also blend in now, so looking pretty good.
Yeah. Fully agree there. We did flirt before we picked up the statue, but the laser was mostly on the other side, so that's fine. So at this point, for the third flirt, we can be positioned in any spot in the same conversation. We don't need to
Banana
chase.
bread.
We can avoid being fully paired up. Not about banana bread, only one of low light and well, two full conversations with an SDA.
Yep, Courtyard, one of the better maps for BB, so taking advantage of that timing was really nice. Looks like we're gonna chase our ST here to a conversation, and we're gonna need one hardtail with one mission to go, and we're Hyler. The old Courtyard question.
I do not like going next to her at this point because we needed any kind of flirt. The lowest percentage is 17 and we needed 15. And we do get shot for that eventually.
That was wow, that's really impressive timing there. If Lazybear does assume DBD has the bug, that literally is the perfect shot. If DBD had the bug, that would have been his last flirt. So really nice timing there by Lazybear.
Yeah, just that pairing up with Oprah.
Yeah, I really like that shot also. On to Lazybear's time to spy. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Fun fact, Oprah is once again the seduction target.
Oprah, not the worst seduction target. Decent speed. I like my STs to be decently fast, but not too fast.
Yeah,
If they're too slow, they would spend too much time walking, but if they're too quick, they leave the windows too fast.
yeah. And let's see, we do start with a little bit farther apart flirt, but we do get 44%, which puts us in a good position not to need to be cuddled up for future flirts. Seems we also resist the temptation to bug there.
Banana bread.
I think that was pretty decent. If we could have combined that with the BB, maybe it would have been good, but I think it was being too closely watched.
Yeah, I counted 4 lowlights and DVD got 2 of them.
Missing out a little bit on lowlights might hurt in the end. Lazybear picking up the print while he was still trying to figure out the banana bread. So it looks like that print was pretty clean. We just need one more. 1 minute 30 left. I think we have a pretty good chance of getting the print for the ambassador.
Yeah. We do need to make progress on that flirt, though. The conversation was full when we wanted to go there, but now should be time. Would have loved to see another flirt before going to statues. We're gonna be crunching down on that time to finish a flirt, I think.
Looks like we're gonna get this flirt though close. No, we actually don't. Looks like we're going for a different mission instead, going for this fingerprint.
Ooh, we get loaded there for either just a bounce or resisting temptation to bug.
Wow, it looks like we're just going hard for this swap fingerprint right here. Going all in. Being low, this is huge.
The swap did come first, not the fingerprint, so there might have been just action priorities. Or we might have legitimately given up on a flirt. I would not have blamed him for this at this point.
Oh, and our rotation means we barely missed the swap.
Banana bread.
And we did not see the
Oh,
fade. And the BB right as you're shooting. That's very unfortunate.
that's potentially one of the most hurtful things in a spy party, to hear a banana bread as you're shooting someone on statues.
Wow. What a baller.
Yeah,
Also with the cough, the cough at the end.
even
Hurts.
so,
Yeah, that stings after that game.
Definitely. Alright. Score is 3-1 onto library. Correct? Yep.
Yes, that's my calculations as well.
Alright. You guys ready?
Yep.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. go.
Yeah, being down 3-1 here is not going to be easy, but we can certainly pull this back. Library especially is a map where shenanigans can happen.
For sure. If we hadn't had a drink in that hand, I would have loved to see a bug that attempt there in the beginning. But RNG sometimes is not as fortunate. We do start with an early flirt, 34%, well on track for the standard seduction pacing there.
Yeah, it looks like we're going for the books as well, so looks like we're going to open up our opportunities for microfilm, either direct or hard transfer. Looks like the sniper laser is on us, though, pretty tough. I don't think we'll be able to get the action test microphone done here.
I agree. We do simply put the book back. Innocent shelf visit. Oh, that kind of positioning.
Yeah, and we get highlight, I think, for breaking a book animation. We did put it in at the wrong time, but that was a really close catch. Looked a little bit like a microphone, maybe. So Lazybear just applying that suspicion. Gonna make it really difficult for DB to win this game.
Alright, well, there are still 2.5 minutes to go, so as things might
Banana bread.
happen. Oh, yeah, this banana bread gets off. Should
Quite a
have given
few
off at least 4
lowlights.
lowlights.
Yeah, and the DA left during our talking animation. Really unfortunate, not even mission progress. Now we're down at 2 minutes. We honestly are at the point where we might have to time it.
Yeah, unless we want to frame, and weirdly enough, I believe Cowboy, who now is the highlight, was actually a banana bread lowlight. Should have been at least. Um, so
Oh, the microphone was on screen. Not noticed. That's huge. We get the green test microphone and the green test fingerprint.
yeah,
Looks like,
and the laser was moving, so it wasn't more difficult to notice that.
yeah, looks like we're made some significant progress, but we've got a long ways to go. We need a green flirt, we need a book, we need a print. We need to make progress. Let's go.
And we need 2 or 3 time ads.
It's true, this white honestly might force us into that position just because of how difficult this is going to be now. Maybe we go for this bug. We tried for it, did not get it.
Did not get caught either, though, so that's something. We need either to time ad multiple times or highly induce a civilian shot or do something.
Microphone was off screen, so we catch a break there. Ambassador unfortunately does not take a drink. If he had, we could have maybe won this game with a flirt print.
Well, even with a flirt prim, that's 3 missions. Okay, finally a time ad happens. I would say timeout should have happened earlier because sniper is gonna hear the slower beeping. Oh, that bug was very obvious, unfortunately, and also right under the laser.
Yep, looks like we were looking right at it. Not too many ways we're going to get out of that. I think this is not a bad decision, though. We did need a bug. Contact seduce print does not seem like a terrible way to finish, so I don't mind this decision too much. Gotta take a risk sometimes.
Um, yeah, I just believe it was a bit more of a desperation risk of realizing and trying to rush to do missions at the end and going for that bug attempt instead of realizing that the laser is there and that it most likely would be caught.
Yep, just burning time at the blue books early, not doing the microphone slowed us down quite a bit. And unfortunately, the DA bailing just slowed us down even more.
All right.
Yeah.
Now it's Lazybear's time to spy once again. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so now Lazybear has locked up the tie, but if he wins this, it is over, and he will progress out of the group stages. Pretty huge. DBD needs to clutch all these 3 games out in order to have a chance at moving on.
Alright, so we do start with an early flirt, and that's green, 51%. We should leave the conversation pretty soon. Library is not the route we want to time or flirt on.
I like to split up the books in between the flirts, kind of what DBD was doing earlier, but I think we'll probably take this book with us, maybe go for a direct transfer. Does look like it, and we're gonna get back and get this flirt, and the DA joins us, making much more progress than DBD had. I think at this point, we had DBD had only this
Banana
progress at
bread.
about 1 minute 30.
Right, and while banana bread lowlights are happening, we could quickly return the book to the wrong bookcase, but it seems that's not what we go for instead. Both legitimate choices.
Looks like
We
we're just
could
gonna
have
return it correctly. With the ST at the blue bookshelf, I would have probably wouldn't have been able to resist too much greed. Microfilm and Seduce looks so good.
Well, ST is not at the bookshelf, but rather at the windows near the bookshelf.
Right.
But I'd say both choices are proper. I personally would have gone for the direct transfer, but I totally understand why a spy would be a bit paranoid for that. Instead, we go for cinder statues.
Yeah, now we're back to being slow again. Besides these statue inspects, gonna bring us back just a little bit, but now we're still pretty slow on pace. We're gonna get highlight here probably for these inspects, and now we're gonna need a hardtail too. So it's gonna be a lot tougher now to progress.
Yeah, so we do have better progress than DVD did in just the game before, but we have 1 minute and a half, and we need 2.5 missions, half of which is the flirt, which needs two actions, pretty much 2 action tests.
We're in the timeout spot. We could go for it now if we feel like the need. No, we just bail.
Yeah, I would. Let's say wait for 3 more seconds so that the beep wouldn't happen right then. But other than that, I would have voted for a time ad.
Yeah, this is looking tough. The ambassador looks like we might be able to get a bug as he leaves. That could be huge. Don't go for it.
Don't even go for it.
DBD had print on the table here. Now we don't even. We're probably going to have to like bug, inspect, swap, or purloin.
Well,
This
we have done inspect, so just swap. But yeah, finish flirt, purloin. We do time
looks.
ad.
Yeah, I think the intent was
Twice.
to flirt there, but looks like we're just taking the timeouts anyways. I don't think it's a bad decision, especially since we were running very low on time.
Yeah. So you do seduction. Oh, that did not go off.
Unlucky
So
there.
let's see. We finish flirt. We put the microfilm somewhere else, and we still need 1 more mission. Potentially purloin.
I mean, when in desperate times come desperate measures. And Toby's offering us a drink. Looks like we might purloin. We do. It's a green. This is huge.
We still need 1 more mission.
And it has to be a hardtail. No times for Prince. Is it swap or is it bug? Ambassador's coming towards us. Maybe it's going to be a reverse bug. We go for it. Oh, it doesn't land though.
We could just get a standing one. Laser is on the other side right now, and just happens. I don't think it was seen. We had pretty good cover for that.
Oh, that was so close. This laser just swung around as Lazybear was bugging there. But we get away with it just barely. Really nice game there. Came down to the purloin greening. If we white there, we probably lose, but as I said, we were running low on time and we had to take some risk there, so don't mind that decision.
And which means that right now Lazybear with a score of 5-1 already wins this match, and by winning this match guarantees himself to go through to the next round.
Yeah. I just want to look at that bug one more time. It was actually perfectly timed where, like, the noticing of the purloin made the sniper look elsewhere while they bugged. Using a hardtail to hide another hardtail.
Oh yeah, and this cover here is so good. Usually Wheels' bug can be really bad since his arm clearly gets off of his little armrest there, but
Yep.
since we're horizontal to the sniper, that's not going to be seen at all. Really nice there.
Alright. On to pub. Everyone's favorite pub. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I like that we took control immediately and turned around to go to where the action is instead of needing to stay on that far end of the bar. Of the bar.
At this point, we're playing for pride, so let's see if DBD can snag a win. Might as well keep that practice up.
Might as well just do some cheeky stuff for funsies. We start with a green flirt. That's always great, especially on pub where tracking flirt for a sniper is a little bit easier and considerably easier than on library, which has happened, for example.
Absolutely, with these conversations more spread out, there's more chances for the ST to move around, and flirt pairing can happen really easily and really quickly. Fortunately, though, for the spy, these close conversation circles means that even if you're across the conversation, sometimes you can disguise those flirts a lot easier.
Yeah. Am I gonna go for banana bread here? Not that three lowlights, which isn't great, but it doesn't feel bad either. We do choose to flirt instead. I don't need that option.
I think the BB could be better, so I don't mind the decision to wait. But on pub, sometimes the BB can be pretty difficult. Sometimes everyone's just hanging out at the bar, and you can't get everybody in.
Okay, so we do need some considerable progress. We do believe the first statue still has a print on it, so we could go for that and then try to get a briefcase afterwards somewhere.
Looks like our delegate afterwards, looks like we sent somebody. Sent a rocker.
Yeah, so at this point we might not even need a banana, but if we do get those prints. Oh, ambassador, is touching that statue again.
Ambassador touching everything. Looks like we'll be able to get it, but it might be a little too late for Prince at this point. I don't know what DBD decides to do, but making
Yeah,
decent progress at this point.
yeah. In this case, I see just generic inspect and banana bread or swap instead, cause why not?
Inspect Swap can be pretty underrated on Pub. Pub is probably the worst map for swap, so when every time you swap, no one expects it. And it's amazing every time it works.
Also, hitting a green tent helps a lot.
Banana bread.
And the shot happens still even before the swap does.
Wow.
That was unfortunate. Looks like the BB were just gonna die for that. Looks like we were on top of that purloin. I wish we would just waited for that swap, but maybe worried that a little light would pick that up.
Yeah, so it looks like what happened is that DBD unfortunately went into a conversation with a suspected DA that he didn't know about. And when that BB went off, it looked like he finished all the missions. Right? Because Purloin happened,
Yeah.
Seduce potentially happened, and Inspect potentially happened.
Yeah, it might just be even a timing shot there.
Yeah.
Like a delayed inspect into delayed BB.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate there for DBD.
I like the play. That was a good play.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Distract from the obvious swap, especially in that corner
Yeah.
right there. Sometimes that swap is easily the most visible. You would
Mm-hmm.
know what Wodar.
I have no idea what you're talking about. On to the final game. Right. Let's see if Lazybear can go 7-1 or we're going to get a 6-2. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Lazybear is in my group, so if he wants to get first, he does need a pretty high differential. So he's still definitely gonna try here to try to get that number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think about that we can perhaps talk about more about after this game. We did get a green flirt, but we weren't close enough, so it's only 46%. For me personally, it feels bad, man, but then my brain says that, yeah, you can just afford to flirt from a little bit farther away and potentially not get caught for it, not to be paired up that easy.
Yeah, this is position beside Morgan. Pretty interesting there. Don't think AI usually get that close, but it can happen. Not really noticed though.
Yeah.
I like this. Base, get the purloin, or at least the delegate option. We only need 4% on this flirt.
Oh,
The
we got
4%
another
hurts
queen
really.
again.
Yeah, that's what hurts, but at least we only
Yeah,
need 1 flirt.
if only we had scooched over a little bit closer there at windows. That always hurts a lot.
Unfortunately, not too many guests with us taking the drink, so this purloin might be really obvious if we send somebody. Let's see what Lazy Bear decides to do. Goes and gets this last flirt, it looks like. Will he send Queen?
Mm,
I don't think I would if I was him. Looks like I think I would probably just wait and maybe swap a purloin here, or maybe even fingerprint now, since the ambassador's about to leave. Just joined us.
Banana bread.
oh, yeah, that was very unfortunate. Uh, yeah, only two people who could have had the reel, the banana bread reel, so those two get highlights. But I'm not sure. Must have been action priorities of some sort, but I'm not even sure what Lazy Bear meant to do instead at that
Maybe
timing.
he was trying to time a delegate and just ran out of time before it went. Did not send his guest early enough.
Potentially.
Well, it looks like we have a pretty decent chance to win this game still, especially with this ambassador picking up a statue. That's going to be huge. We go purloin, inspect, fingerprint for the win. This is definitely doable.
Yeah, but we're going into statues right now. We to go. Instead we time at. I don't hate that decision. We do need a little bit more time.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna grab the real contact here, which I don't think is too bad of a decision. Looks like DBD did notice the time ad, lowlights the people in the far conversation there. And now we've delegated one of those low-lighted members. I know for me personally, with delegate, if it's a low-light or a cast member, I can have a hard time remembering who delegated. So maybe Lazy Bear will catch DK here. And we're gonna
Yeah.
go to the statues with the inspect and print. Looks like we're gonna finish all at the same time.
The question is, will we get shot for it?
The age-old question indeed. Let's see what happens. Oh, the timer
Yeah.
expires. So unfortunate. We were about like 1 second away from just crushing that game. Now we're
We
gonna have to
still
bug or swap.
we still can do the banana bread. Um and I think that might be ooh. Papa Danger almost got shot there. Oh, we do get a bug instead, so that's a nice finish too.
Yeah, that was really nice. Looks like the reverse bug. We were moving our cameras DB, so in the big doors to the pub ends up blocking the way for our bug, and we take that win there. Nice game.
Yeah, good match by both players. It just Lazy Bear was ended up getting those wins repeatedly, pretty
Uh,
much.
Fingerprints for the most part, catching DBD off guard. I think Lazy Bear did fingerprints almost every game except for the library game. So, not the DBD not being able to catch that, gonna make it tough.
That was actually a great final bug right there. I was actually kind of expecting a bug to happen when he was walking out of the statues with where the ambassador was. But they were patient and waited it out. And then the ambassador, rewarded that patience by just walking towards us instead.
Yeah, it was really nice there. Not even seen at all.
Mm-hmm.
Very difficult. You need a much better angle.
Unless you have the correct angle, it's very difficult to see small min's bugs on this map.
Oh yeah, especially since in the bar, you can't even see like half of his body since he's the shelf just completely covers him.
Yeah. All right, so
Right.
that
So
is a 7-1 to Lazybear, correct? Yes.
yes. And the group A now looks like this. So Yish and Lazybear have 6 points each with 2 wins, and Buzzhead and dbdkmezz have both losses. In week 3, Yish is gonna play against Lazybear, which means that both of these players are going to the next round. The question is only who's gonna be first and who's gonna be second.
That's right. And I do win ties. I did go 8-0 in my week 2 match, so I do win ties. So Lazy Bear does need a win if he wants the top seed, but we'll see if we can stop him. He's been playing well though, so it won't be too easy.
Won't be too lazy.
Something like that.
Okay. We next go to Group C, where we have the human